My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Tales from the Crypt Season 4. And I really hated this season. This show has been very hit or miss since the beginning, but I found there to be very few hits within this season, and the misses, boy do they miss. This season for the most part is really bland and dry and boring, and I kind of feel like the formula for this show is getting old. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep watching it. I might keep going, but right now I don't have much motivation. And when I talk about the episodes in this video, I'm just going to give my quick thoughts. Let's begin by talking about the worst episode and its showdown. Now, just in case you don't know, I am not a Western guy, and I found this episode to be a really boring Western. The second worst episode is Seance, which has a decent premise regarding conmen and a seance, but the execution is just so bland, and I found this episode to be abysmal. Third worst episode is Werewolf Concerto, which once again has a neat idea, but the execution just sucks. It's never fun, exciting, or mysterious. I just thought this episode was shit. The fourth worst episode is Curiosity Killed, which had an interesting idea regarding this portion that makes you younger, but I just found the characters to be so underwritten and I never cared, and I really hated this episode as well. The fifth worst episode is On a Dead Man's Chest, which has one cool effect regarding someone's tattoo, but I didn't care about the characters, I didn't care about the story. I found this to be a very empty experience. The sixth worst one is This Will Kill You. And this one's definitely better than the other ones I've mentioned so far, but I just found the ending to be so obvious, and I don't know, it kind of just felt like Tales from the Crypt on autopilot. It didn't really do all too much for me. The next worst one is Maniac at Large, and this one is focuses on this librarian, and I didn't care for the story, I didn't care for the characters. There's maybe some interesting ideas here. This could have been a really good paranoid thriller, but the execution is just lacking. The eighth worst episode is Beauty West, and I did like some of this episode, but by the end it just didn't come together, and I found it to be pretty forgettable. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, eighth worst one is None But the Lonely Heart. And this one's actually directed by Tom Hanks. He hasn't actually done much direction. He did this, Larry Crown, That Thing You Do. He directed one more. What is it? I can't recall. But anyways, I kind of like the idea of this one, but the romance just isn't convincing enough. I get this guy's a master at what he does, but I didn't believe it, and I kind of wish the girl outsmarted the guy here. It felt weird that he wins and then he gets killed by zombies. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like zombies and the dead are just in this show for the sake of it, and I feel like there's a better execution of this story to be done. And okay, so the next 5 I'll mention are the ones I like, but I should mention there's not a single great episode this season. And the 5th one is King of the World, and this one is just a fine story. Nothing great, nothing surprising, nothing thrilling, but entertaining enough, and Brad Pitt plays the villain here, and he does a pretty good job. The 4th best one is Strung Along, which focuses on this puppeteer, which has a decent ending, it's fine, but I don't know, it's just fine. I do like some of the effects here, and I think puppets are just genuinely creepy, so I like that presence here, but it could have been better. The third one is Split Personality with Joe Pesci, and this one feels more like a classic Tales from the Crypt episode. You've got this absurd, over-the-top plot, and then you've got an ending where, things don't go the way the main character wanted them to, and it's good. It's good. It's not like best of Tales from the Crypt, but it delivers enough here. The second best episode of this season is one that people really love, and I do like it, but it's What's Cooking. And it's just a good plot. Yeah. There's a serious fucked up angle to it. There's a bit of mystery. How is this going to go? And I do like where it ends up. Yeah, it's just a consistently good episode. Never great. But I found the best episode to be The New Arrival because it's fucked up, but it's also got a really unique plot of this child psychiatrist trying to help this seriously disturbed family, and Zelda Rubinstein's performance is so unique and so unsettling, and while this episode ends up is the most effective any episode this season was. And I do feel like it has a little bit to say as well about, sometimes people are just fucked up and there's nothing that can be done about it, and it's quite unsettling. So still not a great episode, but definitely my favorite of this season, so that's why it's number 1. But yeah, I know I just watched through most of those episodes, but this season just I don't know if I'll probably keep going. We'll see. I've looked at the IMDb ratings for the future seasons, and I'm very concerned. But come on, just 3 more seasons. I can probably do it. But Tales from the Crypt Season 4, what's your favorite episodes? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.